Globes recently happened and nobody knew.
Yeah.
Explain to us, Zeno, why nobody knew.
So, first of all, and I'm someone who's like usually in tune with award shows. I recently just joined Twitter, and I found out because the Golden Globes tweeted one of the winners. No one knew because there's been a bit of a cancellation of the Golden Globes, right? For a couple of reasons. One of the big reasons is that they feel like the Hollywood foreign press hasn't been very inclusive, whether it's with the nominations or with the people involved in the nominating process. There's been so much backlash about that NBC, the network that normally carries the Golden Globes, declined to carry it this year, so it wasn't on TV. I mean, that's a major decision to decline to carry the Golden Globes. The Golden Globes couldn't even get presenters, celebrities to say that, yeah, we will present this award and that award, which is it's a real shame. For me, it's a real shame, not so much because, we don't get to see the Golden Globes. It's whatever. I like award shows, but it's whatever. It's a shame for the winners because a lot of the ways that these smaller
Will Smith won his first award, his first Golden Globe or Academy. Yeah.
A lot of the ways that these smaller movies that people may not have like heard of it, Spider-Man, No Way Home, you see it all the time. It's part of synergy with the Liberty Mutual stuff. It's part of the car company. You see Spider-Man, No Way Home. But then there's some smaller movies, like more art house films that you will never hear about unless you just happen to catch an ad by mistake. But
a lot of people would not have seen Parasite if it wasn't for the Academy and the Golden Globe Award.
The Golden Globes and the Oscars, exactly.
And you would have never realized how damn good of a movie it is, too.
Exactly. So for me, when people say that, this is just something for them to pat themselves on the back, yeah, sure. But it also opens people to lesser known movies. And I think it's a real shame because there's some people on there. You mentioned Will Smith, but there's some like lesser known actors who won their first awards. I think 3 people from the cast of West Side Story won, and these are all like lesser known actors.
I got it up. Rachel Zegler won it for West Side Story, and actually they're the only one. Ariana DeBose.
Yeah, won it. And this is their moment to get up there and have a speech, have people know them. I'm sure like producers and directors know them and like, okay, we're gonna hire this person. But like, I mean, this is a big break, and it gets messed up because of this. Now, I personally think that NBC being like, people don't like the fact that you're not inclusive enough, so we're not going to show you on TV. I think that's cowardly, And this is coming from a Black guy who thinks the Golden Globes snubbed. What was that show that you really liked? The one with Michaela Cole.
Fleabag? No,
Michaela Cole.
I'm sorry. Did you finally see it?
I May Destroy You. No, I didn't get around to it. I May Destroy You. Yes. People widely thought that was snubbed by the Golden Globes. And so, but I think it's so coming from someone who understands that the Golden Globes needs to be more diverse. I think just being like, okay, we're going to cancel the Golden Globes is kind of like, I think it's kind of cowardly. The whole cancel culture thing, I know it makes me sound like a conservative when I say it, but
boomer.
Sometimes, like a boomer, yeah. Sometimes it does get a little out of hand, and I think this is one of those cases. Now, if they were going to say that we're not going to do a live Golden Globes like with people in there because of Omicron, that's one thing. That's whatever. You can still do a telecast like they did with the Emmys during the first year of the pandemic. But to be like, we're not going to show anything.
Well, I honestly think NBC probably was like, y'all guys have nobody to be able to put on a show. And also the whole yeah, I think that was the main reason, because the thing is, though, this is media companies, actors, and a bunch of other people. But this isn't just, who was it? Who was it that Chris Rock made fun of for boycotting? Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith boycotting the Academy Awards. You remember that when Chris Rock was like, "I have as much of a chance of winning the Academy," or she was never Academy Award able to be nominated or whatever. But it isn't that. I think this is like they had nobody to actually present a show, and at the end of the day, NBC is like, one, we don't have anybody to present the show because you guys are literally getting boycotted by everybody, and then two, if you don't have a presentation, you're not going to get money from sponsors, you're not going to get money from views, you're not going to get any money. Maybe this will put a foot up your ass to do the to do what people are asking, which is the diversity. But my question is, this is in regard, what is the HFPA, the Hollywood Foreign Press? Like, those are the people who actually nominate. They're not, but it's not like the Academy, right? Because the Academy is made of actors and all that.
No, so the Academy, okay, there's like three big bodies that I'm gonna separate for you. So first you got SAG-AFTRA, which is basically the Screen Actors Guild.
Screen Actors Guild.
AFTRA stands for something else, but
okay.
And that's comprised of people in the Screen Actors Guild, people who are actors. So the only people who nominate people for that and who vote on those are fellow actors. Which is why I'm so honored by this, because it's by my fellow actors.
Yeah, so that's why actors find that more to be the most prestigious, one of the most prestigious ones, right?
Yeah, and then you've got the Writers Guild, which is just writers, Directors Guild, which is directors. Yeah, so that's that. Then you've got the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. They do the Golden Globes. This is a list of journalists from all over the world that make up the HFPA, and they vote on stuff. And people are like, well, you guys are not like looking at black shoes and all that stuff. Well, I mean, I'm sorry that a journalist from Israel isn't watching Insecure, or like you also have to take context. When you have to look at context when you approach these subjects, right? So the body is less secure, but maybe you should do more to put it in front of them and say, hey, we want you guys to check this out for your consideration. Like people that do that for the Oscars, where they screen a movie and they say for your consideration. Harvey Weinstein used to do that a lot. He's a terrible guy, but he's really good at Oscar campaigns. So so that's the HFP. And then the last one is the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Now, it's made, the voting body is made up of people who've already won it. It's made up of like heads of.
It's by invitation only, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. So it's like board members, people who've won it, and then I guess that's pretty much it, right? And since it's the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences, it's like the most encompassing one as far as movies are concerned. So that's why they do special effects, they do set design, all that stuff. So those are your three main bodies for like movie type of awards. Even though Golden Globes also does TV shows, miniseries.
Is this the same? The Hollywood Foreign Press, is that the one that we did a show on where they had released criteria?
Like yeah. No, that was the Oscars.
Okay, all right. So maybe they need that. Maybe they need that. You know what I mean? Maybe they need that because
the thing is, it's like trying to impose, this American value set on a foreign body. That's the thing.
My question is then, but my thing is then, why is the Golden Globes the second tier, the second prestige one? Why isn't it the SAG? Why isn't it that when we do these presentations, the Golden Globe isn't told to come first and then you know what I mean? Because this is the beginning of the award season, right? Yeah. Because all these movies. So that's one good thing about the Golden Globes that always did was you could see the list of movies you'd want to watch those movies, because by the time the Academy Award comes out, the majority of those movies are in there, and then you could just watch the movies that aren't already in there, or that you didn't already watch. So that's the one good thing, because I have a list now. I'm gonna look and see which ones are on available for me to watch. Yeah, but my thing is, why isn't SAG? Because to me, it sounds like the SAG Award should be the higher one. Well, it probably has to do with the marketing.
It's prestigious amongst the actors, And whenever they air the SAG awards, I always love the beginning where they'll go to like one of the people in there, they'll tell a little story, then they'll say, "My name is Bill Paxton, and I'm an actor," and then they'll go to the next one and tell us. I always love those little thingies like that. You can tell that those people really appreciate that. Like the cast of Black Panther won Best Ensemble Casts in a movie, and they were really taken aback by that. Right, it was a beloved movie amongst people in Hollywood, well, most people in general. But I think one, it's not a live telecast. No, it is. It's a live telecast, but it gets
it's on TNT, I think.
It's on TNT. It gets rerun right afterwards. That's it. It's on the cable network. It's not on like a network that everyone can see. So it kind of lessens its stature in a sense, right? Like you would think something of that matter would be the biggest stage, but it's also 1 week before the Oscars usually. So it's like everyone's waiting for the Oscars. Usually they look at the SAG as like a prelude to who you think would win the Oscars, because there is some overlap between the people that vote in SAG and the Oscars.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like maybe the SAG should come earlier, and the Golden Globe. I mean, the Golden Globe, all that it really is it's a lesser Academy Award, because you have plenty of actors who win the Golden Globes but never win the Academy Award, and people talk about the Academy Award, not the Golden Globe. Yeah, and then also with the shows,
you're not considered an EGOT for winning a Golden Globe.
Yeah, right. And then with the shows, we already saw those nominations happen at the Emmys.
I think part of it too is that, unlike all the other like big ones that we know of, the Golden Globes. Also, let's take SAG out of the conversation for a second. The Golden Globes is the only one that like goes across movies and TV, right? So Oscars are just movies, Emmys are just TV, Tonys are just stage plays, and the Grammys are just
music,
spoken word, right? Because I want to say music, but then comedy albums also get Grammys, and audiobooks get Grammys. But then the Golden Globes like merges movies and TV, and I think people like they always joke this is the only place where TV stars get to rub shoulders with movie stars or whatever. But if we're being serious, I mean,
they're all the damn same now.
Yeah, exactly. They're all the same. Movie stars are on streaming now, but the Golden Globes, it happens.
But did it? If a tree falls down and nobody's there to hear it, did it really get nominated?